The legend rank, for some of you, it is a big challenge, and for others, it is way too easy. And, it doesn't really matter in which two of these categories you fall. We're all on our own path. But today, we'll be taking a look at someone who thinks it's way too easy. I'm talking about Inadequance. If you don't know Inadequance, he's one of the best battlers in the world. He's hit legend as one of the first 5 to hit it for 2 seasons in a row now. So this season, he decided to take on a little challenge by running SLOWBRO in every single one of his teams until he hit legend, ideally within the first 4 weeks, which is incredibly fast. Now, SLOWBRO in Great League Remix actually turned out to be a very valuable asset to his team, a great core breaker. I actually put out a video on Slowking as well, which was a team made by Inadequance too. Now, Ultra League was a little more of a challenge though, because Galarian SLOWBRO especially, which is the SLOWBRO he decided to use in Ultra, just has so many weaknesses. It loses to Stunfisk, it loses to Jellicent, it loses to Deoxys, it loses to Scrafty, it loses to Mandibuzz, it loses to basically everything meta. So things were not looking that great. I remember Inadequance telling me he went 5 in 20 on one of the first days of Ultra Remix, and he wasn't sure if he was gonna be able to complete the challenge. But here we are. The madman actually did it, and he didn't just do it. He is one of the first 10 or 15 players to hit legend this season, and he did it all with SLOWBRO, which is just a big accomplishment. So congrats to him. Inadequance is also a streamer on Twitch, by the way, and actually streamed basically his whole journey to legend on Twitch. So if you want to check him out for future live streams, go give him a follow. I'll put the link down in the description. Inadequance ran a lot of different teams on his journey to legend with SLOWBRO, trying to adapt to the meta with every iteration of the squad. But the team he ended up hitting legend with, team he used for his final sets, is on the right of the screen right now. Galarian Stunfisk, Mandibuzz, and Galarian SLOWBRO. And now, before you start typing your hate comments, oh no, he used Galarian Stunfisk and Mandibuzz, it doesn't count. I see you, Jack, you're typing right now. Stop it, alright, stop it. It does count, because when you use a Pokemon as bad, as horrible as Galarian SLOWBRO, you definitely have to pair it with 2 absolute powerhouses, such as Galarian Stunfisk and Mandibuzz, especially where opponents are doing the exact same thing, because every player he's facing is just as tryhard. As we can see in his first battle right here, he does lead again against another Galarian Stunfisk right here. This is just an absolute bait game right here. Inadequance going for the Rock Slide. If you've ever watched any of Inadequance's stream, you know he always says, always bait. So now you know, if you ever face him in GBL, just no shoot every single move, because he's always baiting. Until he doesn't. That definitely bit me in the butt a couple times. Opponent goes for the Earthquake right there, which he shields, is really good. Now he has a really big advantage, goes for the Earthquake himself, which the opponent lets go. And this is just really good for him now. Actually decides to shield again, doesn't want to get hit by an Earthquake. Really wants shield, switch advantage here, which makes sense. Galarian SLOWBRO gets pretty hard walled by basically everything. So if he can get switch advantage, that is pretty huge. Opponent brings in a Scrafty. I think Inadequance is very happy with having shield advantage or switch advantage here, because he can bring in his Mandibuzz against this, and SLOWBRO gets avoided. Probably makes it to another Earthquake though, which he does. This is really big. Kind of forces shield of this Scrafty right here, and this is now looking pretty good. Unless there's like I don't know what could be in the back. It's a freaking Alolan Ninetales, and this is the dream for Galarian SLOWBRO. This is honestly basically the only thing that Galarian SLOWBRO can beat in the meta. Charmers, or like Powder Snow, Alolan Ninetales, and besides that, oh, and Grass types, those aren't that common. Those really aren't that common. Just goes for a Psychic right here to knock out this Alolan Ninetales, and if the Scrafty stays in, he can probably get to a Focus Blast, but the opponent knows over, so he concedes, and that's a GG right there. Alright, Mew Lead. This is actually a pretty even lead, especially if, if the Mew has Surf or Flame Charge. If it doesn't have any super effective moves for Stunfisk, of course Stunfisk does win this, but the Mew does pack Surf. So this is a pretty even matchup right here. Stunfisk needs like an Earthquake and a Rock Slide to KO, and Mew needs like 3 Surfs probably. And Inadequance does get the bait right there. Like I said, he always says always bait. Kind of giving away his secrets right here. But yes, he does always bait. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind Inadequance. I mean, he streams his battles himself, so I'm sure he doesn't mind. Anyway, he goes for another bait, which doesn't get shielded. His opponent has learned. His opponent has actually learned. Alright, is he gonna shoot up this Surf? If he can get shields down, that's really big for SLOWBRO as well. Thing is, with Mew Lead, I would assume a good Manabuzz answer in the back, so this could get quite tough. This could get quite tough, since he did lose Switch right here. He's gonna bring in the Mandy, I would assume, which he does. Now, Wild Charge, likely. If it's Surf, it's probably Wild Charge. Could be something else as well, though, it is the Wild Charge, which actually does put a decent dent into the Manabuzz. He doesn't want to get hit by another Wild Charge, goes for the foul play. This knocks out the Mew, and oh, she's gonna instant switch, expecting the Charmer, I guess, and he comes out a Typhlosion. Now we have a SLOWBRO with a shield advantage versus this Typhlosion. And a Slurpuff. This should be, I think, pretty decent. If you can throw a Psychic right before the Typhlosion gets to another move, which, well, he doesn't go for a Psychic, he actually goes for a Focus Blast, which does do slightly more damage than a Psychic. So maybe he was expecting Psychic to not KO, or he just went for the BM, which of course I do respect. In comes the Slurpuff, and yeah, SLOWBRO can definitely just finish this off. Goes for a Psychic basically immediately. And well, if he can't farm this down with SLOWBRO, he'll be able to farm it out with Manabuzz, and the opponent knows it's over. So it concedes, and it's a great game. Alright, next game. Mamoswine Lead. This is insane. This, again, these are all legend or almost legend players. I think his opponent here was also rated around like 2900 and is running a Mamoswine. So big respect to this opponent right here. And well, I've already seen what's in the back as well. It is even spicier than Mamoswine. So this is bound to be a great game. Mamoswine is actually a really good core breaker for Galarian, Stunfisk plus Manabuzz. As you can see, since they called the baits, they actually win the zeros here. So Inadequance is forced to shoot the Stunfisk. And well, if you can like get an Avalanche on the Manabuzz, that would be amazing as well. So really good core breaker for those two. One of the only ones actually. So that's really cool pick. Really cool pick. Goes for another Avalanche right here, which Inadequance will let go. Now he doesn't have a switch advantage, but maybe with this, with a little bit of energy advantage, he can take it out. Goes into the SLOWBRO. What do they bring in? Hopefully no like Galarian, Stunfisk or Manabuzz will be quite bad. It's a freaking Shadow Zapdos. Like, Inadequance is running some spice with the Galarian SLOWBRO, but I also gotta give it to the opponent right here for running a Zapdos Mamoswine. Like, that is really, really sick. Our opponent goes for the Drill Peck right there. Doesn't do that much, but another one will definitely knock out the SLOWBRO. Gonna shield up the next one. Hoping that whatever's in the back will get knocked out by Galarian SLOWBRO or by Manabuzz, and it is a Venusaur. So this is basically game over right here. It is an Air/Mandy, which makes this matchup even more dominant than a strong Manabuzz would be. Which goes for the Aerial Ace right here, trying to throw an alignment, but Venusaur does get the Vine Whip through, which is great news for the opponent, but it really isn't gonna matter. Again, this matchup is just so dominant for the Manabuzz that he can still just farm this down. And then he has a Foul Play stored for the Zapdos. And a Psychic from SLOWBRO as well. So this is all over, and the opponent knows and concedes the match. Alright, Roserade Lead. Oh, I really do like me some Roserade action. So I'm glad to see like a very high elo player playing it as well. I might have to try it again as well. I ran it a lot last remix, but I haven't really tried it out this remix. Goes for a Leaf Storm, and look at that damage. That's some good damage on Stunfisk right there. In comes Milotic, which is insane. And Inadequance brings in the Manabuzz. Milotic does have access to Blizzard though, which only takes, what is it, like 9 Dragon Tails to get to, which he has thrown right now, but he baits with Surf and it gets shielded. Only needs like 4 more, or no, he overfarmed a lot. He overfarmed a lot actually, so this could be another Blizzard. This could be another Blizzard, and does get shielded up. But now the Manabuzz is 2 shields down. Manabuzz is 2 shields down. It's just not great, because a SLOWBRO with shields down is not amazing. It's not amazing. Can this Manabuzz farm down for another Surf? It cannot. It cannot, and it gets hit by another Surf. Milotic actually putting in some good work. I really haven't seen any Milotic action at all, but seeing this, I might have to build one. I might have to build one. It does look fun. It does look like a lot of fun. Lapras in the back. It's really not great for Inadequance right here. Brings in the Stunfisk to get off the Rock Slide. This Lapras will knock out the Stunfisk with a Surf. Now, can Galarian SLOWBRO kill this Lapras and Roserade? He also still has energy on Manabus though. He has 2 Foul Plays, which, well, doesn't even do that much versus Lapras, so it will be very, very, very close. In comes the Roserade. I think if he had like a Kanto SLOWBRO right here, he would have just been able to farm this down, and the Lapras too. But Galarian SLOWBRO does kind of struggle in these matchups. Goes for a Psychic right here. But Lapras is an absolute tank, and steals a shield as well. Like, this is gonna be very, very close. He might even have to go for the Focus Blast right here, but I don't think he's gonna reach it. Surf coming through here. He actually switches with the Psychic loaded. And throws the Foul Play right there, hoping to get to 2 Foul Plays. And since Galarian SLOWBRO does win CMP over Lapras, like having that Psychic stored is quite nice for the end. Oh, the Foul Plays don't do that much though. Goes for the Psychic. Does this knock out the Lapras? This will be very, very close. 1 HP. And the Lapras gets to the Surf. And that is a loss. That is a loss for Inadequance, unfortunately. Alright, another Galarian Stunfisk mirror match. Does he play it the same way? Does he bait again? Alright, opponent throws on the Earthquake immediately. And also, Inadequance doesn't get his moves through, so kind of behind, but he also denies with his Earthquake. Actually goes for the Earthquake this time. He was actually lying. He doesn't always bait. And it actually goes through. It actually goes through. Alright. 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 That was a really good play. Just gonna double shield. Because Stunfisk is so broken. With this health. Oh man, this is a Rock Slide. And this energy, like, he can still do so much work. Even though it's 2 shields down. Great farm down right there. Really good farm down. In comes the Deoxys. And this is pretty good because, like, Deoxys is gonna struggle countering this thing down. And the Earthquakes really, really do hurt. We see some lag in classic Go Battle League fashion. Another Earthquake on the Deoxys. Which they also shield, which is pretty insane, to be honest. That is pretty insane. In comes a move. This won't even knock out Stunfisk. And I think he's gonna get to another move. Unless the Deoxys decides to Psycho Boost again, which it does. But now it's like quadruple debuff. So that's very, very low attack. He brings in the, SLOWBRO versus Deoxys, and they bring in their Charmer. And yes, this is just very, very, very good news for the SLOWBRO right here. Gonna Psychic the Ninetales. This should knock it out. Oh, barely doesn't. Ooh, gets to a Weather Ball. That is unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. But we'll be able to take it, farm it down. As you can see, by the way, we haven't talked about moveset. Inadequance running Psychic and Focus Blast. You could consider running a Sludge Bomb as well, but he decided to run Psychic because it's just better coverage against some of like SLOWBRO's biggest weaknesses, such as Jellicent. It really helps with hitting it there. But Sludge Bomb would have been nice versus like Deoxys, for example. Alright, but the opponent knows it's over. They concede, and that is the final game of today's video. Again, congrats to Inadequance for hitting a legend. Great achievement hitting with SLOWBRO. If you want to see more of Inadequance, please go follow him on his Twitch channel. And well, if you enjoyed this video, consider hitting a like and a subscribe as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Good luck at your battles.